Hello and welcome to this week's edition of BS with AJ. This week I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own wooden mallet. Alright, for this mallet we've decided to use red oak. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut some pieces down to 5.5 by 3.5 inches. And we need to cut two smaller pieces to 2 inches by 3.5. These 4 pieces are going to make up the head of your hammer. Alright, now that we have all of our pieces cut, now we're ready to glue it up. The way we're going to glue it is we're going to set one of the large pieces on the bottom and set both the small pieces to the outsides of it to where it leaves a gap here in the middle. That's where our handle is going to go. We're going to go ahead and get this glued up, and we're going to make our handle here in just a few minutes. Alright, the opening in our hammerhead measures 1.25 inches across. So we're going to go ahead and cut a piece that's 2 inches wide. We need to cut it bigger so that we leave a collar around the top here so the head will stop. Alright, now that we've cut our board down to 2 inches, we're going to go ahead and find the center and cut it out evenly so that it fits the hole in our hammerhead. Our hammerhead measures 3.5 inches, so we're going to go ahead and cut it down 4 inches so we have a 1/2 inch sticking up above the top. We're going to use this later whenever we go to put our wedges in, and we can cut it off at the end. Alright, now the sections that I scribbled out are the sections we're going to cut out, so that way it fits inside of our hole. Alright, now what we're going to do is go ahead and cut a line right down the center, about 2/3 of the way down. This is going to be for our wedge. It's going to hold the head in place. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and shape the head of our hammer. What I'm going to do is come down about a 1/2 inch from the top down, and then we're going to angle it from the edge of our hole down, on all 4 sides. Alright, now we're going to begin to shape our handle. I measured from the bottom of where the head's going to be, and I measured down 12 inches for the length of the handle. We're going to go ahead and cut that. Alright, here's the design I came up with for my handle. I came 1 inch from the bottom of the hammerhead, and then I began to taper it. So I went 2 inches down and marked a line, and I wanted my handle to be 1 inch wide. So I went from this mark over to 1 inch on both sides here, and just do a straight line down from there. So it's going to be 1 inch wide, and it's going to taper right up here to keep all the strength up here. Alright, now we begin to sand down our handle. Alright, now that we're done sanding it, all we have left to do is to glue the handle in place and go ahead and put a wedge right here in where that split we put. Alright, now that the glue's had time to dry, we're going to go ahead and cut this 1/2 inch piece off the top and go ahead and sand it all smooth. Alright, and here's our final product. Hope you enjoyed this week's project. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.